Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm going to do a collage page today to use in the scrapbook, the altered scrapbook that we're doing from Arteza. So yeah, I've been really enjoying doing this scrapbook. It's nice to do something different because, you know, you kind of get in a rut when you're doing the same stuff all the time. So yeah, it's just been really nice to play with something a little different, and sometimes it's nice to not. That's why I like to do altered books too, is not having to, you know, do the binding and all those kind of things. So sometimes it's just nice to have that part already done. So I really like this. So yeah, I'm just going to do a collage using scraps and whatever I've got that I think, you know, kind of goes with what we're doing. Not that there's any one particular theme or anything, but just something fun. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Already been out running errands and whatnot. And I am inking the edges just because we kind of, you know, it sort of has that feel to me. So I will be inking edges of stuff. Got these Tim Holtz. This is Medieval Mirage. And like I said, I'm just trying to use up some scraps because I am just buried right now. It's bad. I'm just going to do this kind of thing. And I may end up doing, you know, a little paint on these, but I'll probably do it after. I just want to get the main collage part glued down for now. I think this is going to be a fun journal when it's all done. It's just, you know, different. Just another idea. And it could be used as an art journal or writing journal, doodling, whatever. About out of glue there, obviously, right? And I don't know why I'm starting on this side as opposed to that side. It doesn't really matter, just wherever. I'm going to get rid of that. It's got a little glue in there, but it won't stay in the thing, so I get it all over my fingers when it starts flopping out like that. So yeah, thank you to all of you who have had positive responses and liking what you're seeing here, because like I said, it's sort of a fly by the seat of your pants thing because I've never done one like this, so it's fun. And I know this takes longer when you ink, but like I said, I'm kind of going for that grungier look. And tearing these kind of scrapbook papers, they really have that white center shows because it's a little bit of a thicker paper, so I just don't want those white parts all over. I need a different glue stick. Scoop up a little bit. Trying to cover up the glass as much as possible for the light, and I hope the lighting is better again today. It looks really good in my camera, but that was kind of the problem the other day. I didn't know until after the video was over that the lighting was not great. So just hoping it's working still, because I haven't changed anything. So keep your fingers crossed. I kind of want something other than just those flowers and stuff. I mean, this is kind of flowers too, but just a different version, I guess. This is just Graphic 45 scraps. And I may even put just, in fact, that's what I might do, is put a piece of plain paper somewhere, because I've kind of been using that. Got a little here with paint on it already. That might be a good one. I could turn it this way so that it's on those. Let's do that. So yeah, sometimes, I don't know, I mean, I think it's true of all artists, no matter what, you know, the thing is that you make. Sometimes you just have to do something really different for a while. I think that's why I've been enjoying like watercoloring and stuff for a while. because you just need a break to refuel that creativity, you know. When you do the same thing over and over, sometimes you get kind of like in a rut and you just don't feel like you're creating, you know, you're not getting the same feeling from the creation, I guess. At least that's the way I feel. I don't know if other people feel that way, but I definitely kind of need to switch things up now and again. And a lot of these things, you know, you might not necessarily use Arteza, but you don't have to. You can use, you know, whatever products you have and still apply some of the same techniques. Like you could just use ink instead of the paint or whatever. Still just kind of giving you that base of journaling, but just with a few differences. Sorry, I just want to make sure those get glued down so they're not getting torn and whatever. So yeah, I went and got my hair cut. That's the second haircut I've had since the whole since we kind of sort of have gotten back to normal. There's a few places in our state where they've had to back away and go back to some of the earlier lockdown situations because we've had a little bit of a spread in the bigger cities. So, but it's still pretty good compared to what it originally was. Not as much of a lockdown anyway. I'm actually impressed that there is, or you know, not impressed, but surprised that there's not more of it where we're at, because even during lockdown there were places that there were just so many people all the time. I just kept thinking, how is this, you know, not spreading more? So I'm a little surprised that it hasn't spread more. I mean, that's wonderful, very happy, but it's just a little bit surprising. The big thing is they're talking about possibly not having the kids on campus at the university, and that is sort of concerning. I think it's hard for some people to learn online. I know my daughter struggles with it, so. And I know some people just excel at that, like they do better that way, but for those that don't, it can be difficult. This is from that little paper that I've been painting and putting in there, this music. It's cute. Strings. Blue strings everywhere. This piece will work there. Probably would. Trying to think if I want big pieces, little pieces. This might work. Got a piece of straw paper here. I think I might try that. And that's from Rachel at Rex Creations. I ordered that from her. And I try to always use up every little bit of it. But I get in, you know, you forget about it, and then I get it out again, and kind of comes and goes. My nose itches. I don't know what it is. Every time I do a video, my nose starts to itch. It's like some psychological thing or something. Pretty sure I got all kinds of psychological things. kind of do want that. I want to be able to see that gold. Oh, but that actually fits really nicely right there, so I think I will do that. And then we'll just take maybe a little off of here. And like I said, I may add more golden spots. I just like that look, it's just fun. You could also use like a gold, you know, gold ink or whatever if you don't have the paint. Okay, let's see what else we got. Some old paper or something. Piece of ledger. Oh, it just strips down there. I need a different something for there. It's an old score sheet. Oh, I was going to tell you guys, if you're on Instagram, be really careful because one of the ladies that I chat with on there, she got hacked, and then the hacker sent me like a message from her, but it wasn't her, and it said something to the effect of, I used your artwork, you know, for a contest, and you won, you know, an iPhone or something ridiculous like that. And then they want you to put in your Instagram password. And then once you do that, they have that password. So if you use that password anywhere else, and then plus they can also, they send those messages out, those same type of messages out with your name on them. And then so people get mad at you and get out, you know, unsubscribe or whatever to your Instagram, stop following you, whatever it is. And so you lose followers because they think, you know, you've messed them up when you didn't. You had no intention. So anyways, it's going around. I saw quite a few people yesterday who got hacked. So just be aware of that. So if you get a message from somebody on Instagram that normally you don't get messages from, and then it's just a weird message, then I would just definitely disregard it. And if you do happen to put in your password, make sure you go change your password and change it wherever else you may use it, if you use it anywhere else. Just a FYI thing, because that was no fun yesterday, figuring all that mess out. I just felt bad for the really nice lady that supposedly messaged me but did not message me, because she lost some followers. It's so messed up. It's like, just leave people alone, for crying out loud. I will never for the life of me understand why human beings cannot just leave each other alone. It just boggles my mind. I don't struggle with leaving people alone at all, so. I know, it's hackers are trying to get your information so they can get money and whatever, but it's just irritating. Especially in our community, because we're all just, you know, sharing our artwork and doing that kind of thing. We're just hanging out, basically. It's like, and let's face it, I would say a whole lot of us aren't exactly what you'd call rich, so you might be squeezing blood out of a turnip if you try stealing stuff from us. I mean, there's exceptions to everything, just saying. A lot of times, people doing this kind of stuff aren't making tons of money. I'm going to put that there just for a little difference. That's just a scrap from, it's in one of my digis, I can't remember which one. Cabinet cards, I think. I had I have a tag with some gold on it. I'm just going to have to add gold somewhere eventually. That's just a piece out of that typewriter book. Kind of those, if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't true situations with that whole iPhone thing. I don't really want that. Could use a piece of this pattern paper because the background's just plain, so that would work. Ah. Of course, it had to rip the wrong way. I don't need it quite that long. I feel like this side needs to be torn a little bit. Try to be careful and not mess it up. Still messed it up. I can't decide if I want to put the glue on that or I don't want it to stick to this book. I know that. Sometimes you'll see me fold these pages and then sometimes I leave them flat and set them over to the side. I use the flat ones and I either glue two together so that I have bigger like journaling cards or whatever, or I use them to collage on later. So just however it strikes me. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason really. Just try to do all three of those so that I have them when I need them. Whoopsie. Have to cover that with something. Piece of this. I like how there's some music paper right here. That's kind of fun. I'll make it a little bigger because I'm going to tear this edge over here. Oh, I forgot to, well, that didn't really need to be inked. That would have been very tricky to ink. And then I can do, like, because those pages are bigger in that scrapbook, I can do a bigger kind of pocket page, collaged pocket page. I just thought that might be kind of cool looking. Sorry, I keep dropping that on there like that. I apologize because I know that hurts your ears. Really not trying to torture you, I promise. Just a little bit. I don't know why I want to use this piece so bad in here. It's so funny how you kind of get like, just really want something there for whatever reason. Kind of have it come down like that. Just tear it right here. Ooh. Okay. Piece of, I don't know, I kind of want something more random again. I like this right here. So I have my big huge bag of junk, basically. This is from my Dioro. So is that. And Dioro is golden in Italian if you don't know that. Let's see, I kind of like the nursery paper there. A little spot right there, but I can probably put something else there. Yeah. That's what I should probably do, is print out a little Dioro. It would look good in this scrapbook. Because it's got some nice like journaling pages in it that are good for spots where you want to be able to write. I know this is all extremely random, but that's kind of the thing I'm doing with this. Just wanted random. This is an old letter I found on New York Public Library, or a journal entry or something like that. And it's New York Public Library, and it's their public domain site. I'm trying to think if I want that or something else. I kind of feel like I want like a number. There's already script in that, sort of. I have the most random bags that hold all this stuff. That's still more script, huh? This is really cool looking. That's from an old ledger page. I don't want it going that way. Sorry, probably drive you guys insane. That's from Allie the Cockney Crafter's Papers Past. I think I'm going to steal this. I just really want this number. Yeah, I like that. Alrighty, so there's that. I am going to go cut this up, and then I'll come back and we'll see if we can play with it a little bit on a, on a page. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I did add a little bit of gold paint. I didn't torture you guys with watching that, but I just added it all around the edges, and I have this little tag here that I may use. So it's all around there, it's all around here, and I don't know exactly yet how I'm going to do it. I want to see with the book. And of course you could do the same type of thing for any journal, so it doesn't have to be something like this. You just might need to do it like on a smaller scale or whatever, and I've done videos on that before with these type of pockets and things. So I think I want this to be a pocket, and then I have just this tag that might be good for writing on. And another pocket. I'm not sure yet how I want to lay it out. I'll probably make this a top pocket, and this would probably be a top pocket. I could do this one here as a side loading. Like you could put something in the side. This is entirely different than doing the smaller pages. And then this could be a pocket here going down. This could actually be a tag to go in this pocket. So I might have to scoot that down just a little bit. That, and then do I want this one like over here? I don't know how I want to do this one. So if we make this a side loader, and these three top loaders, probably won't be using that at all. Yeah, I think I like that. So let's do that. I want to punch some holes in the top of these. And I think I'll just ink instead of doing more painting. Because I'll still ink all the way around here. Okay. And this one will cut into a tag shape. It's already plain on the back because it was that manila drawing paper that I was using. And it's a larger size paper. And it's the A4 size. So we have to make sure that this will fit in there because the tag's a little bit taller. And I may end up, you know, putting a topper on the tag and all that. But for now, we're just gonna get these in place. I got ink all over me. I think that's the first one I want down. So I'm going to put this one I don't remember how I had it now. See, that's the problem. You move things around and then you can't remember how to do it. I'm going to cover up that number entirely. Okay, so this one's going to be a top loader. This one's going to be a top loader. Those pieces go flying and they land like in my hair and lovely things like that. And this will be a side loader. And they'll all have, you know, journaling cards or whatever in the pockets, and we'll have to work on that. And I'll do a lot of that on my own. Okay, so let's get this one glued. Trying to kind of figure out what'll work. And see, by having more room to spread these out, they won't be quite so, you know, thick. I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to let that dry because I'll just pull it back up again. So this one's going to go here. And I may do some paint spattering. But this, making these collage sheets is a great way to make ephemera because it's quick. You know, you make just one collage sheet and you can make lots of pockets, or you could make all tags, or, you know, whatever, journaling cards, and then that way you're not, you know, spending so much time just doing one individual thing. That would be hard to tuck that in. So this one definitely needs to go here, and then in this one here, so that it's not blocking that. I am going to end up covering up a lot of that number, I think. I'll bring it all the way down. And I'm definitely going to have to take some pages out of this scrapbook. But it's okay because I can use them for other stuff. You know, I use the paper itself. I'm going to put here so that it's got room to take that in and out and take that in and out. And once they all have tags and things in them too, you won't see as much of the black paper, and I may end up doing like some doodling or something on there. But you definitely have more room to play using these scrapbooks, so it's kind of fun. I like it. I'm having a good time with it. So I hope you guys like it. And I mean, you could add pictures, you could do all kinds of stuff, you know, put pictures in the pockets. That would be cool if you wanted it to be a little bit more like a scrapbook. Instead of putting journaling cards or tags, you could definitely put pictures in. That would be fun. Alright, so that one's going to go in there. I need to put a little glue on that corner because it did not get glued very well. And that does happen sometimes, even when I, you know, usually those glue sticks work excellent. I don't have any problems, but every once in a while, like a corner or where you cut it, it does lift, because this one's fine. This is all fine. Okay, that'll just go right in there like that. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Hope you make some of your own and have a good time. Even if you're using, you know, a smaller journal, you're just going to be able to use a couple pockets, or you can cut them a little smaller or whatever. But yeah, just a fun way to make some quick ephemera. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and if you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye now.